Mes chers compatriotes, la démocratie.
My dear compatriots, democracy has spoken, and the French people have placed the National Rally and its allies on top and have practically erased Macron's bloc.
Just weeks before the Olympic Games, French President Emmanuel Macron and globalists everywhere are in absolute shock. All the polls show that Marine Le Pen and National Rally are surging throughout France and are poised for a landslide election this weekend. We're going to take a look at the latest for their upcoming and decisive elections this Sunday, and we're going to see who is now officially the new president of the European Union, who wants to make Europe great again. Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you stay sane in these insane times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, you know I'm very passionate about the fact that we simply cannot rescue our nation until we first take care of ourselves. And health starts actually with our livers. Now, if you think about it, we throw everything at our livers, right? Toxins, statins, Tylenol, alcohol, cigarettes, you name it. That's why so many of us have a sluggish fatty liver that makes us gain weight and lose energy. But thanks to today's sponsor, there's a very real solution. Liver Health Formula is an all-natural supplement which contains 12 clinically proven botanicals that help recharge and protect your liver. It's manufactured right here in the good old USA, and it's approved by independent American doctors. And if you click on that link below right now, you could try Liver Health Formula and receive a free bottle of blood sugar formula when you order today. So don't let a fatty liver keep you sluggish and inactive. Gang, I tell you over and over again, this is personal for me. I myself recently lost over 60 pounds and could say it was one of the best decisions I ever made. And now it's your turn. Click on that link below or go to getliverhelp.com/Turley and claim your free bonus gift. That's getliverhelp.com/Turley. This Sunday, France will have their second round of national elections that will decisively determine the balance of power in the National Assembly for the next several years. As we speak, France's populist right party, National Rally, led by Marine Le Pen, is poised to absolutely crush it. They were the big winners in the first round of the national elections all across France this past weekend, winning an astonishing 34% of the vote. Although French President Emmanuel Macron called for the elections just a few weeks back, that call obviously has backfired big time. His coalition came in at a distant third at just 20%, trailing well behind the radical left coalition that came in second with 28%. So this weekend is their second round, meaning that any candidate that didn't make it past the 50% mark in the first round has to have a runoff, and that's what we're going to be seeing this weekend. And in anticipation of that, take a look at this headline from Bloomberg. Look at this. Le Pen's support surges in nearly every city, town, and village in France. That is a nightmare scenario for Macron and globalists everywhere. Le Pen's support is surging in virtually every single city, town, and village throughout France. Here's what pollsters are predicting here. At this point, it looks like National Rally is going to come way ahead in first, winning between 230 and 280 seats in their National Assembly. That's France's parliament. Now, just to put that in perspective, right now, they have just over 80 seats. So this is going to be the single biggest landslide ever for the populist right in France. They're poised to triple their seats in the assembly as of this weekend. It's absolutely stunning. Now, if you don't know, here's a sample of Marine Le Pen, the leader of National Rally and most likely France's next president.
La réalité que nous disons haut et fort depuis longtemps, c'est qu'il y a une poussée du fondamentalisme islamiste dans notre pays qui est couvert, il faut bien le dire, par une partie de la classe politique et qui est un danger majeur pour nos libertés. Et quand, encore une fois, je le répète, j'entends M. Guiraud de la France Insoumise nous dire que le voilement des fillettes est parfaitement légitime parce que ce sont des petites femmes, mais je trouve ça épouvantable. Je veux dire, ça nous met tous au bord de la nausée et ce sont pour ces gens-là qu'Emmanuel Macron appelle les électeurs à se déplacer aux urnes. Ce sont ces gens-là qu'Emmanuel Macron veut faire élire demain massivement contre les candidats du Rassemblement national.
If you're listening now by way of our 20 million podcast downloads, what Marine Le Pen just said there, in effect, was there's a push for Islamic fundamentalism in France, which is helped by the political class, particularly Emmanuel Macron, the current French president. And she believes that push is a major danger to their freedoms. And she's saying, I find the whole notion of veiling little girls in the burqa appalling. It puts all of us on the verge of nausea. And so Le Pen and National Rally as a whole are actually promising mass deportations in France if voters give them power. And again, that's exactly what it looks like voters are about to do. Now, keep in mind, this is a long time coming. I don't know how many of you remember this. This goes back to April of 2021. The French news magazine Valeurs Actuelles sent shockwaves throughout France. 20 retired generals and upwards of 80 ex-officers and military service personnel published an op-ed warning that France was literally on the brink of open civil war. It was astonishing, to say the least. The open letter came on the heels of the fatal stabbing attack of a policewoman in Paris by a Tunisian immigrant who was shot dead by police, and that was but the latest in a string of Islamic terrorist attacks against French citizens over the previous few months, attacks that were causing more and more French citizens, obviously, to turn towards the populist right, such as National Rally. But this open letter made explicit what appeared to have been the private fears of many throughout France. The growing cultural divide due to unfettered immigration from Northern Africa and the Middle East was careening France towards a racial war, with the military authors of this op-ed warning that the hour was truly grave and that France was in peril. And so, needless to say, the French have, over the last several years, been progressively turning away from the borderlessness of globalism, as represented by Macron, and instead are turning more and more to the nationalist populist right. Now, we talked about this the other day. Let me give you a glimpse of this. Take a look at how National Rally has surged over the years. So back in 1988, National Rally, they weren't even breaking double digits in terms of the first round vote. They got just 9% of the vote back in 88. In 93, they got 13% of the vote. In 97, they got 15%. Then they fell back in 2002 to 11%. Back in 2007, it was really bad for them. They fell way back to just 4% of the vote. 2012, they climbed back to 13%. Same with 2017. And then they had their breakthrough election back in 2022. We reported on this when they got 18% of the vote. They have now, in the last 2 years, experienced their biggest surge ever in terms of the percentage of vote. They have doubled their support in just the last 2 years. And that doubling of support is actually ending up tripling their number of seats in France's parliament. So all of this is to say it's not just happening here in the States with the rise of Trump or in Hungary or Italy or the Netherlands. The nationalist populist right is literally surging everywhere. Take a look at this. Speaking of Hungary, here's the ultimate revenge. Guess who's now president of the European Union? Guess who just took over the rotating presidency of the European Union? The one and only Viktor Orban. He's king of Europe now. And he's calling, I'm not making this up, he is now calling for all Europeans to rise up and make Europe great again. He wants to see a rising mega movement all throughout Europe. I mean, it's stunning. And of course, the Nationalist Populist Right parties just won 25% of all their seats in the last European Parliament election at the beginning of June. And Orban taking the helm here is just the crown jewel of that stunning achievement. Amazing things really are happening, gang. A new conservative age truly is rising. And this weekend promises to make Europe even greater once again. Here's your opportunity to tell big tech tyrants where they can stick it. Click on that link below and download our brand new cancel-proof Turley Talks app. And you can sign our special declaration of restoration. That's our petition to big tech that declares a new day is dawned, they are no longer in control, and we are taking our nation back. We've already got over 1,000 signatures of courageous patriots, and yours is next. Click on that link below or go to fight.turleytalks.com right now.